My name is Rodrigue Ichiichie Atse. I am currently working at the Protestant University of Rwanda and as an assistant lecturer, but also as a staff of the Center for Research and Action Towards Sustainable Peace and Development, and I'm in charge of the Regional Peace Program. I'm a former exchange student at Tokyo University of Home Studies, but also I did my master's program there. When I went to Japan, I came back as a completely new person. In a sense that Japanese, my time in Japan have given me a lot of insight, a lot of knowledge, a lot of sensitivity that I did not have before. So I think me coming back, to teach and work here in Rwanda, there is always something of Japan that has, shaped me and will remain with me the rest of my life. So I have to acknowledge that. So as I said, me living in Japan gave me a very broad knowledge of societies, how different societies are, and I'm no longer a person who believes that everything from there is good, everything from here is bad. No, I have this now experiences of living in Japan, so I know that even in developed countries, it is a society that need to be studied, in its specificities, not just only comparing it with other countries and say, oh, this is just good. No, I know we need to be careful. We need to study societies and go to understand deeply what people from those societies are going through. So this is something that have really shaped my understanding. I have never been to Europe, I've never been to America, but I cannot really say, oh, they are just good. No, I have just to study and know what are people living there, living on daily basis. So that's something I learned from Japan, and that's something actually I'm communicating to my students here. I want them, especially because I know it's an issue. It's an issue. Here we are told one story, that in the developed countries, everything is good. That's why, for example, we see a lot of illegal migrants, moving from different African countries through the Mediterranean Sea to reach, Europe or other parts of the world. And this is becoming like chaotic every single day. People die. And you wonder why. Because they only know that everything there is good, but I cannot say that. After I've lived in Japan, I know that story is not complete. One of the reasons that I decided to come back to work in Africa, especially in this region, is because, yes, I studied peace and conflict studies, and I think we need peace here. So for me, it was clear from the beginning that I wanted to contribute for sustainable peace in this region, either Burundi, Rwanda, DRC, Uganda. So I wanted to work in these countries. So I think that was clear. And me specifically coming to work back to my university, it was because of Professor Kazuki Sasaki. So I saw how he contributed so much for me to be educated and to grow. So I felt like I need to do something so that this program can be sustainable. So if I have a goal, that's the goal. The goal is how can we make his work in Rwanda at the Protestant University of Rwanda be sustainable, so that more Japanese students can come to learn from African students, but also more African students can learn from Japan. So I really want to support and to see if this can become sustainable and the program can grow. I wish you could have partnership with more universities in Japan, more universities in Europe, more universities in America, so that we have more exchange students, but also our students, they go and they get what I got in Japan. So I want to do that. I want to sustain the work of Professor Kazuki Sasaki and the other and Takeuchi here. And that's my major interest. Apart from building peace, I want to sustain their work because I have benefited a lot from them. And in terms of what I brought from Japan, as I said, a lot of things. Even my way of analyzing societies have changed much because of my experience in Japan.